There is a river that has flowed for 6 million years. Civilizations were born on its banks, gods were worshipped beside its waters, armies crossed it, died beside it, built empires around it. And through every single chapter of that story, silent, still, and watching, one creature has never left: the Nile crocodile. Tonight, we're going beneath the surface, past the teeth, past the reputation, because the truth about the Nile crocodile is far stranger and far more extraordinary than anything you've been told. 6 incredible facts, each one more surprising than the last. Let's begin. Let's start with the weapon, because when people think of the Nile crocodile, they think of the jaws. And they should, because those jaws are one of the most extraordinary instruments of force that nature has ever engineered. Scientists have measured the bite force of the Nile crocodile at close to 2,000 kilograms per square centimeter. 2,000. To put that into context, a lion bites at around 300. A hyena, famous for crushing bone, reaches roughly 500. The great white shark, the animal that terrifies every ocean swimmer on the planet, clocks in at around 600. The Nile crocodile hits nearly 2,000. That force can crush bone like dry chalk. It can snap through the leg of a wildebeest in a single motion. Once those jaws close, nothing comes out. Nothing. But here is where the story takes its first extraordinary twist. Those same jaws, capable of generating nearly 2 tons of crushing pressure, are held open by muscles so weak that a trained researcher can hold them shut with nothing but their bare hands. Some field scientists use a simple rubber band during examinations. Think about the engineering of that for a moment. The most powerful closing force in the animal kingdom, paired with almost no opening resistance whatsoever. Nature built the ultimate trap, near impossible to escape once shut, but requiring almost no energy to reset. This is not an accident. This is 200 million years of ruthless biological optimization. Every gram of muscle, every ounce of energy directed at one singular purpose: the moment of the strike. The crocodile doesn't waste power on opening its mouth. It saves everything, absolutely everything, for closing it. You've heard the phrase your entire life: crocodile tears. We use it for politicians delivering insincere apologies, for villains feigning remorse, for anyone shedding tears they don't truly feel. But here is what almost nobody knows. Crocodiles actually do cry when they eat, and the reason has absolutely nothing to do with emotion. When a Nile crocodile swallows prey, when it tilts its head back and forces food down its throat, the physical mechanics of that swallowing motion push air through internal passages that connect directly to the lacrimal glands, the tear glands. The result is an involuntary flow of fluid from the eyes, triggered not by guilt, not by grief, but by the simple, brutal act of eating. The crocodile isn't mourning its victim. It isn't experiencing a moment of existential regret. Its body is simply doing what its anatomy dictates, and the tears flow regardless. There is something deeply poetic about this fact, an expression born from cynicism used for centuries to describe hollow emotion turns out to be literally true. The crocodile really does cry over its prey. Nature has a sense of irony, and the crocodile, as always, doesn't care what we think. Here is a fact that stops most people cold when they first hear it. The Nile crocodile deliberately swallows stones. Not pebbles accidentally ingested during feeding, not debris caught in the mouth during a strike. Stones, selected, swallowed, intentionally. These are called gastroliths, from the Greek for stomach stones, and they serve 2 distinct, remarkable purposes inside the crocodile's body. The first is mechanical digestion. The Nile crocodile doesn't chew. It can't. Those jaws are built for crushing and holding, not for grinding.
So when a crocodile swallows a wildebeest leg, bone, hide, hoof, and all, it relies on the gastroliths tumbling inside its stomach to physically break down what teeth cannot. The stones act as an internal grinding mill, processing material that would otherwise be impossible to digest. But the second function is even more remarkable. Weight, ballast, buoyancy control. By carrying stones in its stomach, the crocodile can fine-tune its position in the water with extraordinary precision, hovering just below the surface, invisible from above, requiring almost no muscular effort to maintain depth. A crocodile that wants to lie in wait directly beneath a drinking impala doesn't thrash and struggle to stay submerged. It simply floats there, still as the riverbed itself. The stones do the work. It doesn't just hunt, it engineers its own body for the hunt, and it has been doing so longer than our species has existed. Inside that mound of earth and vegetation, buried beneath the surface, something is happening that defies everything we instinctively understand about how life determines gender. There are no chromosomes making this decision, no genetic code resolving the question at fertilization. Inside a Nile crocodile egg, the sex of the embryo is not written in its DNA, it is written in heat. The science is precise and extraordinary. Nests that remain consistently below 31.7 degrees Celsius during incubation produce females. Nests that climb above 35.5 degrees Celsius produce males. And the narrow band between those two thresholds, that thin ribbon of temperature, is where mixed clutches emerge. Think about what that means. A matter of a few degrees, a nest in the shade versus a nest in direct sun, an unusually cool rainy season versus a dry, scorching one. The difference between a generation of daughters and a generation of sons is measured in fractions of a degree. And now, consider the world we're living in. As global temperatures rise, as the African sun burns hotter and longer each decade, those nest temperatures climb with it. Entire breeding seasons could theoretically skew overwhelmingly toward one sex, eroding the genetic diversity that has kept this species thriving for 200 million years. A quirk of biology that survived the extinction of the dinosaurs may now face its most unexpected challenge: a thermometer that keeps rising.
The dry season comes without mercy. Rivers shrink to muddy trickles. Waterholes evaporate to nothing. The prey that once crowded the banks scatters across hundreds of miles in search of water, and the predators that depend on them, lions, leopards, wild dogs, burn through their reserves chasing a food supply that keeps moving further away. The Nile crocodile does none of that. When food disappears, the Nile crocodile performs one of the most remarkable biological feats in the entire animal kingdom. It shuts itself down. Not sleep, not rest, something far more profound than either. The crocodile enters a state of metabolic suppression so extreme that its body essentially runs on minimum power. In this state, a Nile crocodile can go without food for months. In the most extreme documented cases, over a year. A year without a single meal. Its body doesn't surrender to starvation, it adapts to it, drawing first on fat reserves, then in careful sequence on muscle tissue, all while protecting the vital organs that must keep functioning. It is a masterclass in biological economy. While other predators exhaust themselves chasing scarce prey, the crocodile practices something that looks, from the outside, remarkably like wisdom. It does not fight the season. It does not rage against scarcity. It simply lowers its needs until the world catches up with them again. In a world that never stops demanding more, the crocodile's greatest secret is knowing when to want less. We have made a fundamental mistake about this animal for as long as we have observed it. We have called it silent.
We have looked at that stillness, that ancient, unreadable calm, and assumed that nothing was being communicated, that the crocodile lived in isolation from its own kind, a solitary predator with no need for language. We were wrong. The Nile crocodile operates a communication system of extraordinary sophistication, one that runs on channels the human senses can barely detect. Infrasound, vibrations generated deep within the body, below the threshold of human hearing, that travel simultaneously through water and ground. These low-frequency pulses carry information across distances that would make vocal calls useless, advertising presence, signaling readiness to mate, warning rivals to reconsider their approach. Other crocodiles don't just hear these signals, they feel them, through their jaws, through their bellies, through the earth itself. During mating season, males perform one of the most visually spectacular communication displays in the reptile world, lifting their bodies partially from the water and slapping their snouts down with explosive force, generating pressure waves that radiate outward in all directions, not as sound, as physical force. Females nearby feel it before they hear it, and it begins before birth. Hatchlings call from inside their eggs before they've even broken the shell, soft chirping vocalizations that signal to the waiting mother that the moment has arrived. She responds. She begins to excavate. She is listening for them before they have even entered the world. What we dismissed as silence turns out to be a rich, layered, multi-channel conversation happening constantly beneath our perception in a frequency we were never built to receive. The crocodile has been talking all along. We simply didn't know how to listen. 6 facts, and every single one of them asks the same quiet question underneath it all. How much have we missed? We have shared this planet with the Nile crocodile for as long as our species has existed. We have feared it, hunted it, mythologized it, named rivers and gods and curses in its shadow. And yet, the tears we didn't understand, the stones it swallows, the temperature that determines the future of its young, the language it speaks below our hearing, the patience it carries like armor. All of it was there, the entire time, waiting for us to look more carefully. The Nile crocodile doesn't need our understanding to survive. It has been surviving without it for 200 million years. But perhaps, just perhaps, understanding it a little better says something important about us. The river keeps flowing, and somewhere beneath it, the crocodile keeps watching. It always has. If this story touched you, show it by leaving a like, share it with those you love, and join our community by subscribing now.